book is Mpho moswananoši, and I think I have just been there with him writing it from the beginning and up until the end. So I can just say, maybe I can just do 80% justice, but at least he's here, he can be able to talk. I mean, also in terms of answering the questions. So that's just the book information. It was published this year in May, and it was edited by Mr. Tladi. He's the educational specialist in Capricorn District, and it was edited by Mr. Lunga. He's also one of the friends, is the educator at Mananga Primary School, and also Mr. Daniel Masilela is the colleague that he was working with. So as I was preparing this, I just asked him to say what I never actually knew and understood what actually inspired you to write this book. So he got inspired to write this book because of his profession. He's an educator and he is teaching Sepedi language, but he is from Mawa, Odwa Kosi Kolomo Jaji. So, but you know, he's teaching Sepedi. So he was inspired because of the fact that he is a teacher. He is teaching learners in high school, and when you look at the learners, the AI children or the AI learners are very different from the us who just used to read books and stuff. So and also he said that he would just love to contribute to the African literature, specifically Sepedi, and also the preservation of culture. That's what he said, that because he is teaching Sepedi, but also the book's environment or setting is in Bolobedu, if you check. So he's also trying to do that in the light of Bolobedu or Kilobedu not being recognized as one of the official languages. But I'm happy also with what was discussed there about, you know, keeping our culture, what is happening on television, although, you know, we might not be sure if that is the true reflection of what is happening to the Kilobedu or Balobedu culture. But at least there is something to preserve that. And also, tackling of current challenges, which is child abuse, there's a theme around that, and also substance abuse and bullying. So I'm just quickly gonna move. So this is just the summary of the book, and I just made it simple for myself in terms of the theme. So one of the key themes that I love the most, it's the theme of education. I am a lover of education. I'm always reading books myself. So yeah. So the main character in the book is a boy called Dimaga, who was just a special child. You know, from the name you can tell Dimaga is mysterious. So the boy, from the time when he was born, there's just a lot of things that has happened, but we can resonate with it because each and every person has a purpose and we are all special in our own way. So I can relate it in that sense. And then the boy's academic excellence. His academic excellence in terms of reading, in terms of comprehending. The education now, there are these small books that our kids are given. I have a 10 and 8-year-old who always comes with a book that has activities for each and every week. So the boy's excellence, he was just going through and writing everything in that in the books. So the teachers were amazed by that. That was his journey. And also another theme is the theme of leadership. There's a very special theme that I like as well, because you know there are LRC policies. When we grow up, even when I was in high school, I just knew that there was LRC, and then there would be elections, and then fast forward, and then they go into a meeting, fast forward, and then nothing is coming out of that. So there's actually policies that are not implemented actually. So that is coming out very nicely as a theme that learners should take the center. So as a learner, you should be here and be able to say, this is what I would prefer to be taught. Also looking at how the current generation is. And solution-oriented to challenges. Usually, if you look at, I love giving example with our institution that here, most, the tiros of this country comes from this institution. The struggle comes from this institution. Cyril Ramaphosa comes from this institution. But if you look at the generation now, you would see that we always like want to be safe, play it safe, stay back. You know, if something is happening in class, we don't want to be there and say, I am here. We'd always want to stay back. So that is also one of the things that I love about the book. And responsible, there is a part that it's very sad, but it's talking about at the time when he came out and said, let's combat the issue of substance abuse in the school. And unfortunately, he got beaten up to a pulp and he nearly lost his life. And also the challenges in schools, bullying, it cannot be addressed enough. We know what happened in Venda with the young girl there. We know what is happening in our schools with regards to substance abuse. And also underperformance. He said the other word in the morning, said there's something called chronic underperformance. And I was like, it feels so wrong. Because can you really put a school and say this is the school is chronically underperforming? It's not a very good reflection. But with the likes of the markers of this country to stand and say that this is what we can do in order to make sure that our grade 12s are doing better. Outcome-based education, results-orientated country. And then the issue of spirituality. As much as it's an uncomfortable theme or it's an uncomfortable issue in our society, it is happening. We see children coming to school in a certain manner. They are wearing their beads, and spirituality cannot be deduced to traditional healing. There is a lot more in African spirituality that we can explore and learn about, rather than saying African, rather than putting it like it's African healing. And also the spirituality, Dimaka was prophesied, Dimaka's mom was prophesied before Dimaka was born, and during his journey, it means that he had something like that. But the writer put us in suspense. I would perhaps maybe love a part 2, maybe perhaps. But yeah, so I think in a nutshell, Dimaka for me is so learner-centered, and to say to each and every person, know your purpose, take the stand, be the center of your life, explore and love and discover your talents as a person. So basically that is what the book did. And I think from the teacher's perspective is the fact that learners should take ownership of their work. They should love doing their schoolwork basically. And then, you know, we are living in the digital. I already see him taking videos of everyone. Chances are he might be able to compile something also for marketing, you know. Yeah, so basically this is where the book, where you can get the book. We have the book there. The book is also available on Take a Lot, and already we also have the ebooks there. And amazingly, people are buying, you know. I just wish that we can get a situation to say who bought the ebook. We just got something that the ebook was bought, and you know, we know our friends who are far away, who don't want to give it, who don't want to they actually get it from Take a Lot, and it produces like the best and the similar copy of what we have actually. Yeah, I can just hope and think and wish that I represented you well, sir. So thank you.
Well, I buy a lot of books. I'm a bookworm by special one, written by my husband. So I just wanted to try and get something special in here. So, but I'm weighing, obviously, between this and this, there has to be a book, but definitely the book. So, let's see how it looks like. If it's the same as the ones we have. Okay. Wow! Is this even real?
So this is how the book come.
Yes, from
what?
Truly.
From
Yours truly.
Take a Lot.
Take a Lot.